All right, here we go. It's day 38. It's April 9th, 2025. I'm just doing a little bit of shoulders and I'm using a pretty light weight. I'm still not very strong. I'm just gonna run through, so I'm not gonna stop in between. I'm just gonna let the camera go and I'm gonna do my workout and see how it goes. All right, cheer me on. Please. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 4, 5, 4. Feeling it today. Pretty busy this morning. You can see I'm still working pretty hard, even though it's a super lightweight. My heart's still pretty weak. Today I'm going to be doing some strength training, and then after my workout I might do a shorter clip for what the cardio is today, and it'll be probably 20-30 minutes of cardio at the end of my workout, but I'll have a second video for that. Just because I'll need to recover after the strength training component to get right into my my aerobic component. So here we go. And let me know how my form is. Please and thank you. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. It's a deep burn. Oh, I must have did like 1,000. I can tell my energy is coming back. I'm getting excited about training again. This will be my third set, and then I'll move on to the next exercise. But I am feeling pretty good today. Still need to work on my sleep quality, and nutrition's been pretty good. I'll do a weigh-in and I'll post it in the thumbnail. I seem to be very motivated to train. It's sort of like you guys are my workout partner. And like I said, if you have any critiques for my form, I'm always willing to listen. If you guys can make me better, you know, maybe I can make you better. I don't know. But feeling good. It's a pretty good pump, and I'm gonna do one more set. Just trying to catch my breath a little bit. And then tomorrow I'll be back doing jiu-jitsu. We had a little bit of a snowstorm here on April, like the first week of April, and there's a snowstorm and it's -20. It's ridiculous, you know? So just having a little rest, and then I'm gonna get right back to work. 3, that's a wrap for that exercise. Still a pretty big wimp, but I think I think my form is okay. Like I said, I'm always willing to work on it. Anyways, no pain, and I got a pretty good pump. Back feels good. The back of my shoulders feel pretty good. I'm gonna move on now to lateral raises. Because of some shoulder dysfunction, I'm gonna be using very light weight. And I'm gonna catch my breath before I start my first set of the lateral raises. I'm going to stick with this weight. I can at least control the movement. When I get a little bit stronger, I'll be able to go heavier. The one thing I'm enjoying about getting back into working out regularly is I seem to get a little bit better every single time I get in the gym. So it's nice to have that progression. The hard part is starting all the way from scratch again. That's a little bit of a kick, but I don't mind working from ground zero and getting back to being healthy and strong. I think I'll do one more. Should I do one more? One more set? All right, I'll do it. Last set. Last set's the best set. That's it for that. Yoy. All right, this is my last shoulder exercise. Working on some dumbbell front raises. We'll see how they go. Doing my best to keep my form good. If you guys want to leave a comment or give me some pointers, and the next time you see me do shoulders, maybe I take some of your suggestions in, and you know, if you have a good workout idea and you think it would be a good fit for my fitness, drop it down and I'll try to do being reasonable, I'll try it out. You know, coming back from the surgery and just trying to get back into a positive mindset, being back in the gym, being back on the mats doing jiu-jitsu, being around my friends. Sometimes these little basement workouts are some of the only few times you get to be in a quiet space. You can see I don't have any music playing. I'm just talking to you guys, and you know, hopefully my videos improve and hopefully my fitness improves. So I'm going to get right to the next exercise. It's going to be dumbbell front raise. That wasn't too bad. How was my technique? I'm gonna do another set this time, so you'll have the side profile. Hopefully the reps look clean. Like I said, just trying to rebuild my shoulders after having the chest cracked. So if you have any, there's no pain, so I don't mind the exercise. Just progressing in weight fairly slow. This next 6 weeks is going to be hypertrophy for the upper body mostly. And then after 6 weeks, I'll take a week off, and then I'll start some more conventional type of training. Right now, just focusing on light weights, getting moving, feeling good, fixing some of my broken parts. And like I said, working on my cardio is the most important, mobility, then strength. So I'm doing my best to fit it all in, and I always appreciate people cheering me on. I'm going to do the next set from the side. funny, I was feeling that one a little bit more in the front of the shoulder. I'm gonna do one more set, just a little heavier, just to see how it feels. And how did it look? So let me know if I'm doing anything weird, and if you want me to do something weird, keep it PG. All right, last set's the best set. Not too much of a rest, but I'm going to try to go a little bit at a faster pace. I'm still working through my shoulders. I'm trying not to swing, but I'm trying to pull up or push up. Even on the deceleration, I'm trying to make sure that I'm not really swinging, but I'm forcing myself up, and I'm also controlling myself down, trying to anyways. All right. So I actually like that a lot better. Next is going to be dumbbell skull crushers. I'm going to be using a nice lightweight, and hopefully you'll be able to see my bench there. It's not the greatest, but it does the job. So I only have 3 exercises left. The next one is going to be dumbbell skull crushers for the triceps. And then I'll be moving over to dumbbell curls. And then my last exercise that I'm going to be doing is wrist curls on the bench. So I'm going to stop wasting time and get to my first round of tricep skull crushers on the bed, on the bench. So I'm going to keep the weight there. It's not super heavy, but it feels a little bit awkward. I'm really trying to keep my elbows pointed towards the ceiling, and my left side is a bit sketchy. And I don't really want to hit myself with the dumbbell, but the weight's light enough. There's no pain, and I can feel it in my triceps at least. The movement's just a little strange with that sort of pronated grip with the arms. I don't know, maybe it's the same as when you do a bar. You have a bar in your hand, but dumbbells is a bit sketchy. I find I wobble quite a bit. So I'm going to do 2 more sets with a nice light weight. I do feel it in my triceps quite a lot, so that's good at least. It's always good when you feel it where you're trying to work. If you're trying to work your triceps, you're trying to feel them behind the elbow or behind the arm, the back of the arm. It's not my favorite exercise, but they can all be winners. And the plus side, there's no pain in the elbows or in the joints. If something hurts, like a stabbing pain, it's usually bad. If your muscles are just weak, like mine are, it's more of a burn, and it feels like they're blowing up, which I kind of like the feeling of. So I'm gonna get 2 more sets, and if you guys have any suggestions for a different tricep exercise that you can do, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll try it next time. Trying to learn, I'm very open-minded, learning from everybody, so if anyone wants to even put a description in the comments, I'll give it a go. It's funny, if you have a pronated grip, it's actually harder. At the end, I tried just a regular, like a hammernated neutral grip, and it was much easier. I don't know if that's good or bad. I'm gonna keep doing, I'll do 1 more set. I'll use that pronated grip, and then when I get tired and I'm fatigued, I'll go into the easier grip. I have a pretty good pump. I feel pretty awesome. You know, it's been a while since I started to feel like excited again about training, and getting back after it. The nice thing about being so weak at the end or deconditioned is almost every week I have a milestone in my aerobics. My cardiovascular is improving, my flexibility is improving, my durability on the mat doing jiu-jitsu and wrestling, it's not quite where I want it, but I am able to protect myself against people who are going hard, using defensive abilities to not take any damage. Haven't had any bruises, and I've been able to protect myself in bad situations when I'm tired, and I've been able to advance my position. So even being so deconditioned, I didn't lose any of the fight. So I'm gonna do 1 more set, and then we'll move to the dumbbell curls. Excuse me. All right, last set's the best set. Calling it quits there for that one. So the next one, I'm going to be using some fat grips, and I'm going to be using 2 dumbbells. I don't alternate, I'm just going to curl with 2 hands at the same time. The weight is carried independently of each arm, but I'm going to do 1 set regular. I call it regular. We'll see how it goes. So here are the fat grips. If you do use fat grips, make sure that the opening is facing the palm of your hand. All right, here we go. First set of dumbbell curls. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So I might be going a little too heavy. I think next week I'm going to regress and go down to a lighter dumbbell. Just my left side is a bit sketchy, and sort of my thumb is getting pumped up. It's like should be playing video games or something, more, but working on getting those strong hands, working my thumb using the fat grip, and I'm going to rest in between sets. The next set, I'm going to be doing about 12 to 15 reps. I'm going to really try to do it properly. If anybody has any cool tricks, would love to hear about what's awesome for building your hand strength. I'm just getting back into jiu-jitsu, and I want to get my grips back. If anyone has any cool forearm workouts, send me a shout and I'll try it out. And let's get. I'm gonna do 2 more sets, I think. 2 more good sets, and call it a day. And then tomorrow we'll get right back after it. I might do a little. What time is it? I don't know what time it is, but I might do 1 more cardiovascular type exercise, maybe using the rower. Depends how jacked up my arms are. I might just end up going for a walk if the weather is not a blizzard. So here we go. Let's get right after the dumbbell curls. I'm going to do 2 more sets. So I got one more set of dumbbell curls, and then I'm going to move to wrist curls on the bench. I'm going to do a wrist curl and a reverse wrist curl. Probably use a super light weight and go for higher reps. You know, eventually, I think every time I do an upper body workout, I'm gonna add some grips in there. All right, last set of curls. I'm gonna try to just move. It's like, I started to like lose my hands. Whew. All right, finishing the workout with some wrist curls. The other side. Oh, this side's bad. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, Weak side just feels weird. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. Whoa. I guess I got 2 more sets. Probably going to go up and weight a little bit, but I might move back down too. So we'll see how it goes. I'm going to try to do 2 more sets and work my grip. And then this afternoon, I'll be going for a nice little walk outside, weather permitting. And worst case scenario, I'll be down in the dungeon riding the bike. So here we go again for set number 2, and I'm doing 3 sets total. So set number 2, here we go. it's much weaker. Now we're doing the reverse. So that last set was a little bit of a fail. I'm gonna do one more finisher set. I'm gonna be using a rope. I'm gonna be doing a rope bicep curl. I got my climbing rope here that I'm going to be using for the summer, but for right now, I'm just going to loop it in. You sort of have the kettlebell loop through the handle, and I'm going to work on some curls, holding the rope. Just doing one set. Let's see, I'm going to try to do one continuous set, really working from this position, and I'm already feeling it in my hands, so here we go. I'm sort of hinging at the hips a little bit. I don't want to hit myself. I'm sort of leaning over a bit. And that's it, man. Arms and shoulders are cooked. I'll catch you in a little bit, and thank you so much for hanging in with me and working on getting better. I always appreciate the support. So if you made it to the end of the video and you like it, and you're kind of pushing me to get better, feel free to like and subscribe to this video. Always appreciate the love, and if you guys have any tips, shout them out, and I'll do my best to improve and get better. I believe fitness is for everybody. Jiu-jitsu is for everybody. Keep yourself safe, and try to work out every day. They don't have to be hard workouts. They just have to be a workout. For me, since my ticker is my weak point, I do focus mostly on aerobic exercise, but I am enjoying getting back into lifting some weights and doing some strength training, and hitting those rep ranges a little higher than I'm used to, but I feel fantastic, and I always appreciate the push. So Thank you so much, guys, and I will catch you on the other side.